Assalamu alaikum students, welcome to the world of physics. Today our topic is rest and motion. Rest and motion, first of all we will define these two quantities and then I will give some example to explain these two quantities. First of all, I want to tell you that rest and motion are relative quantities. Relative quantities means we can't define them separately. We will define them with relative to some other object. Like, how can we define rest? First of all, rest, if a body is not changing its position with reference to some observer, it's not changing its position with reference to some observer, then the body is said to be at rest. If a body is not changing its position with respect to some observer, then the body is said to be at rest. In the same way, motion is defined as if a body is changing its position. If a body is changing its position with reference to some observer, then the body is said to be in motion. In this way, we have defined rest and motion with relative to some observer. Now I want to give you some example. For example, a body in a moving train, a person sitting in a moving train is in motion with respect to an observer on the ground, because the person in the moving train seems to be in motion as compared to a person standing on the ground, whereas the same person who is sitting in the train is at rest as compared to or with respect to another person sitting in the same train. So same person sitting in the train is in motion with respect to one observer which is standing on the ground, and the same person sitting in the train is at rest with an observer sitting in the same train. So in this way we can define rest and motion both at the same time with the same person. Now the next topic which I want to explain is distance and displacement. Distance and displacement are just like same terms but different in direction. Distance is any distance covered by an object, means suppose this is point A and this is point B, and the object starts its journey from A to B and it moves in this way that it changes its position like this, direction like this, and this is the path covered by the object to reach from point A to point B. The original path which is covered by the object from point A to point B is called distance. Distance is a scalar quantity. Distance is a scalar quantity and its unit is meter. Come on the topic displacement. Displacement is a vector quantity. And how can we define displacement? Displacement is the shortest directed distance from a point A to a point B is called displacement. It is the shortest and directed. Shortest and directed means there is no change in the direction during the path. If a person is moving from point A towards point B, it goes straight, then it is bearing displacement. If it changes its path, then it is covering distance. If it goes straight, no change in position is occurred, then it is covering displacement. So the shortest directed distance from point A to point B is called displacement. Displacement is not a scalar quantity, but it is a vector quantity. Displacement, distance is covered by S without an arrow. Displacement is covered by S with an arrow. There may be some different letters for the denotion of distance and displacement. Distance can also be denoted by D, small d, and displacement can also be denoted by small d with an arrowhead over it. In this way, it can also be denoted by small r. It can also be denoted by small r with an arrowhead over it. So there may be different letters to show distance and displacement, and the difference is that distance is a scalar quantity, displacement is a vector quantity. Distance does not need direction for its specification, whereas displacement needs direction for its explanation.